Hey, this is Danielle, and today I'm going to talk about a FOMO-induced buying rally. So, let's start off by talking about the Nasdaq first, because I think this is the picture-perfect example of a FOMO-induced buying rally. Now, a lot of people have been bearish all throughout this rally, and I was bearish at first, but after we saw a major trend shift here, and once we broke up and continued to make new highs, obviously at that point that's where I started to shift course, and this was really the major zone here for many traders to look and say, all right, if it's gonna fail, it's got to fail right here. Let's try to get short again because the world's on fire, everything else. Well, when that didn't happen, and when we broke through these August highs, we've just seen this massive momentum breakout. And that's been a lot of fun to trade. You can see that we have wide range expansion candles. What that is when you have a candle that's 2 to 3 times the size of the previous candles. And then also on the lower time frame charts, you can see that there's high volume. Now if we go to I guess it's not shown on my NDX chart, but if we go over to a QQQ chart, you can see that, when it breaks out, you have higher than average volume. So that's, another tall tale sign of this FOMO-induced buying rally. You'll also see, for example, when you have those price bars get up to those previous highs as they were, just today, you end up seeing a breakout where you see, close up at the top of the candle. And generally you're going to see strong days where, price goes out at the very high. You can also see on these candles, you had these blue dots. That means we had high volume on those individual bars. So essentially all of these things are telling me that this is a FOMO-induced buying rally. Well, what is that? That's when people are looking at the market and, everybody was bearish and they're like, oh, market's going to go down another 20-30%, and then it didn't. And instead it's breaking out, and now everyone's like, oh man, like I have to buy now because I missed it down here, and I don't care if it's already, ran this much. I'm buying it here because I want to be in for when it hits up here. And that's what's going on. Now, what's really exciting is that the Nasdaq has been doing this, right? And so we've been having a lot of fun, like trading Microsoft, and Apple made a new all-time high, which cannot, like, the importance of that cannot be ignored, because the fact that Apple made a new all-time high in this market environment, like, Apple's the market leader. So if Apple can make a new high, you bet the Nasdaq can. And like, it doesn't really matter if inflation's high and everything else, because market's rallying. And what's exciting here is that now, the SPX has now broken through these August highs. So just today, you can see that the SPX has broken through this major area of resistance. It closed up on the day almost 1%. We have a weekly squeeze that has just now fired. And so what this means is that even though the SPX has been a little bit slow, and we've had a lot of focus on the NASDAQ stocks, the SPX can now also take off and, see that FOMO-induced buying rally here as well. Now, obviously there's not major AI kick to it, but that's okay. The SPX is strong. It's had this daily squeeze that's fired. Yes, I fully understand it's extended. It's already had this massive move. I get it. But that's the point here. The point is that even after having this big move, it can still go farther, and that's because people are shorting it up here, and also because people who weren't shorting it maybe are sad they didn't get it here, 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 or here, and now they got to get it here. So, it can still go higher. Now, is there a lot of news related risk this week? Yeah, of course. There's the Fed, there's CPI, inflation data, all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't change, the big picture here, which is the fact that this market is and has been making a phenomenal recovery. And after we've gone through this zone, I mean, we're onwards and upwards. So even if there is a very normal pullback this week or next week, June's pretty typical, and get a little bit of slow price action before we get into July earnings. That would be 100% normal, expected, and very buyable before we see a move going into July earnings. So this market is incredibly strong. I love this breakout. Keep an eye on this level, and then keep an eye on these previous areas of resistance, because that, my friends, is where we're going. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, want to come join me in the options room at Simpler Trading, you can go to my Twitter profile. It's Trader Danielle, TraderDanielle. And you can follow me there, and then you can click on my link and join me in the options room. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.
Hey traders, thanks for watching this video. If you want to make sure that you get all of our free trading content, make sure you hit subscribe, and also give us a like and comment down below. If you want to learn more about us, and if you want to join us for live trading in real markets with real money, make sure you go to simplertrading.com, where you can join us for more info. Thank you very much, and have a great day.